And hello everyone, welcome back to my live streams. This is Myrokos, and today I'm doing a slight deviation from my regular MSQ progression to do some side content. I hear Hildibrand is particularly popular, so without further ado, let us begin. So, let's see, it's the rise and fall of gentlemen. Alright. The rise and fall of gentlemen. An old acquaintance of Wymond is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. And you got Phoenix Down medicine. Okay. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Myrokos. Seems half the whispers what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type that you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildibrand? Sort of, I suppose. Like, have you ever heard of Hildibrand before? No. Okay. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildibrand and his assistant had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago, he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Messiah's 7th verse. Dalamud, the calamity, all of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And when you know it, the hero was Hildibrand himself. Of course it was. So he flies off towards Dalamud. That's right, he flew, launches himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, 'tis only logical that he's gotta come back down, though it was only recently that we found his body. I had reason for bringing this up. Alright, so Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless, so when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lend her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildibrand's grave in the lynch yard when she's frustrated, trying to look for her there first. I'll try looking for her there first. So, okay, we gotta go to the lynch yard in Eastern Thanalan. Of course it's there. So the guy just jumped up and started flying, okay? Still a question of how. Nashu Makaraka. Okay. So, here you are. Oh, if you were still alive. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me? Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. Ahem. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man. A real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he, oh dear. Oh boy, here we go. This is all a joke. A big, funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and boy. They say no one remembers the warriors of light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, gentleman, hero, Hildibrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again. That is, I don't think that's how zombies work. I mean, can you kill something that's already dead? Or rather, undead? Unfortunately, I don't know where he is, or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanaland, you might find them. And then you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes. That's sure to work. Oh, why do I have a feeling this isn't going to be that simple? Okay, I checked out your dead people issue, and yeah. Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful! I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me, you'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Yeah, curious parchment. Read upon this map of the Sagoli Desert in a flamboyant, flowing hand are the words, "A gentleman is rather than does." Okay. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Sagoli. Where I already was. Like, okay. Like, so it's there, and now we go all the way back. Because that's how that works. Okay, we're here. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. I don't think this one will work. Why don't we try that one? Who summons the gentle dead men? They live! They live! And we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Huh? Okay. Well spoken, zombie. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector! Oh my god. We hear, and we obey. Okay then. It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord, you're a gentleman inspector. You sure about that? Inspector? Overlord? Inspector? Overlord? Uh-oh. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Where did she pull those out of, and what is she gonna do with them? I have a feeling we're about to find out. Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Oh, they're bombs. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more like to liquefy my... If crashing to the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death. Ooh. Okay. Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildibrand remembers me! How that's possible, I still don't understand, but okay. Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Okay. So what, a lightning strike struck his grave and somehow gave him the jolt he needed? Okay. Such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? Oh, there. It's okay. Yeah, you're dead, but you know, we're all dead. It's okay. You're fine. Okay. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears, this dizziness? Could it be a case? Oh dear. Back in the saddle. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. The Sagioli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Uldar is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Then that den of iniquity could only violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Okay. Which way did he go, Myrokos? Did you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him. And change my outfit too. Okay, so now we gotta go back. Please tell me we're not bringing the dead with us. No, rather the undead. That would be awkward. Hmm? Sorry, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Wyman. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear, but when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well, okay. So that's one person question. What, you're looking for a half-naked Highlander or what likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamned duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin, kid, best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Okay. Agnes, what do you know? Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Well, that was very helpful. Okay, Wyman, what do you know? I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wyman. Hey, Wyman! Fall almighty, bugger me with a bleeding spear, the dead have risen, and they're walking the streets of Ulda. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. How? That just raised, like, so many questions and a scene I did not need in my head. Okay, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which, begs the question, how in the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wyman is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was small talk of a fair maiden what said her most... this knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at, if it isn't the gentleman from the Sigoli Desert. A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital. It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Okay, damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Well, you could tell me, and I get the head start. That's a thought. After her own heart, Wyman believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildibrand with his investigation. Well, Myrokos, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She is a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fisted for something in the... Getting fisted, oh my god, my misspeaking. Getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspector. Okay, god, this questline is going to be so hard to keep reading with a straight face. Whew. Okay, so off to the Weavers Guild. Here she is, Yellow Moon. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner? The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? Better yet, how did you get here so soon? I literally just got the name and came here. What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens for your pure heart. What he said. Okay. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Thefts, sir? Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left my home the other day, after I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum. I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon, to coax the hidden clues from your memories. We must reenact that fateful day's excursions to Sunsilk Tapestries. Oh, good heavens. Okay. I don't know. Are you sure this is going to help? I don't know either. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Conspicuous crates? That crate's looking at me funny. Where could my pure heart be? Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 60 pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. It's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge? No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah, at the Weavers Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. Yeah, and they're not normally there. That's rather odd. Well, that's a glitch. Stand back. I am on the verge of unraveling this mystery. I must be allowed to focus. Sorry. These crates are everywhere, Myrokos. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course, I still have plenty of explosive. Oops. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Are you sure this is a good idea? Nashi's delight. Many cope with grief by taking up new pursuits, such as travel or exercise. Nashi chose to study explosives. Okay, here we go. Poof. Oh God, have mercy. At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted, in response wounding his pride as a warrior and man, resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness. He carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the Pure Heart. Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wished to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were all behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Dare I even ask? Like, okay, goddess, devotees? Ah, but of course. That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I am a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and an agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Oh dear. Okay, so... Okay. Here she is. The Immaculate Deception. Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell you the identity of the victim. And we get filtered water purified with a complex method of passing it through several layers of charcoal and rock. Okay. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. Clearly. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. Haha, I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. Victim is perpetrator? Ah, yes. All the way out here. No. Yes. No. No. Okay. Hello, Humphrey. Hmm? Okay. I am Humphrey, and you are? At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me? A victim? Ha ha ha! How amusing. You amuse me, sir. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp... you found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing! Yeah, well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us, stuck in the middle with Master Lu. We were... Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Eleazar, tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar, scoundrel, I trusted that bastard with my father's blade, bid him take it to a smithy for restoration. Even gave him geld to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging for forgiveness for losing it in a duel, as if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me. Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Alright, he beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword, and I used the guild to pay the Carugian. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Do all inspectors dress like that? I've never met one before, so I don't know what to expect. That blade was a rare and ancient relic. He can't possibly think he'll recover it so easily. Well, he's been pretty confident, so you never know. Antique swords? Oh, I haven't the foggiest idea about that. That traveling merchant Jojonpa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Ilizar of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them. What about me? I mean, I'm a warrior of light. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Ilizar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Technically, yes, but Ilizar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. And more than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Well, yet what drives this man to always claim his opponent's weapon? Pride? No. It must be deeper than that. I am afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword. At least not one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see any wares I determine to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary, though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Ilizar. A well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. I don't think it works that way. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me, I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. Oh yeah, I remember this place. It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water, not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil. That is, Indeed, on many occasions, my dearest mother tended to my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil over my body. What? Ah, this comforting scent. As though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries. Knead the oil into my aching flesh. Oh dear Lord. Really? Okay. The pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Okay. Oh God, so God, so God. Yes, at last, my muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Oh dear. Right there, yes. Keep doing that. Just like that. Just like, yes. Now once more, with feeling. Okay. Never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring, you as well, my good man. Technically, you're standing there already, but okay. Muddy pebble. Holy pot. Okay, so I have to actually examine all of these. Okay. I spy with my inspector's eye. Oh dear. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? Worthless bottle. This is not the sword you are looking for. Useless rock. A completely useless and unremarkable rock. Come now, what were you expecting? A rock that keeps curls away? Irrelevant potsherd. Well, at least you didn't pick up a rock at random like some people. No sign of the sword, Jojumpa mentioned, I see. Nope. Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that, anyway? Did something cause you to... Oh! Well, there it is, I think. And you didn't pick it up? Okay. Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of Oh, what now? Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ulda and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eleazar as well, the newest and most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Eleazar's woes will be no more. Oh, we found a sword. Is it, out of curiosity, is it still... Nope, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Just checking. Just checking. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remembered. God's bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers, without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul, and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought you a change of clothes, as well as bought you a change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work. If you would just bring me that case... Inspector Hildibrand? There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, it's supposed to be intimidating. Hey, the duelist wrote this. He is daring you to stop him. A challenge for me? Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I am to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. How? I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible, so bold yet so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. Oh my god. He is exceptionally something. Car, Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing. What? Oh, and wait, his hair came back. What? That's some impressive tonic. Hildibrand. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue, blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of, no, it's gone. Never mind. Okay, that was just, like, what? The science of deduction. Ellie wishes to share her latest discoveries with you. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection, or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Oldon collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her, and should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though I am told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort to see in Camp Drybone cells. You can come along if you'd like. Okay then. Still confused about the pumpkin thing. I have a feeling you can resist the pull of a good story. Since you're here, why don't you choose the Elfic Lavender to buy? Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? Hmm? It was you. Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sakes. Or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for money. You too. He's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. At least he is competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildibrand. Yeah, me too. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. I believe you have something to present to Lady Dorilda. Go on then. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. What about a warrior of light? Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Okay, if you don't want me here, fine. Just let me give you this lavender so that you smell nice. Thank you. Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect? What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine. Now get out. Forgive us, Lady Dorilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is planning to steal the treaty blade. You fools! I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes? I read the Mithril Eye. I read the Mithril Eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized, or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath. For I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. What? Ah, but you must see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with utmost care. Now look upon my peerless inspector, interlopers, and despair. Oh no. You didn't who is it? Oh, it's him. Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. Cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you now, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector, shall neither slumber nor sleep, until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. Oh my god, no! Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well, or perchance in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent. To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case as payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Briardian, Consulting Inspector, at your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector. Consulting Inspector. Rotting Flesh and Saltpeter. Hildibrand Manderville and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs, playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you've finished with these wastrels. You see, I don't want or need your help. Briarden is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Where have you been, Maria? And where is my vase? There was a strange flying thing and the vase. I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase. My vase. And you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. If it is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect. At which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? Oh my god. I picked up the vase and Ulda, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nafika's wells. Oh, good lord, the water there is nowhere near deep enough for it to survive. I want to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briarden. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. As if that matters, he'll find it nonetheless. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help. Understand? Okay. Oh. Hang on. Eager to get started, eh? Capital. You have my leave to canvass the scene for clues. Mayhap you may even find a witness or two. Why, hello there. Would you know something about Oz? That girl what run by earlier? Aye, I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. A vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer-winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. Flamboyant oaf. A pox upon that thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you... Gah, curse this infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There is something in the water at the man's feet. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Druilda over... Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve your dilemma. But first we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. How could I have been so careless? Why does this feel so familiar? Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. 4 precious potsherds. All the Sultan's chocobos and all the Sultan's men couldn't put this vase back together again. Oh dear. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. Here's a... The hammer. A shattered antique vase will not deter Inspector Hildibrand from his mission. There is but one person in all of Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Ul'dah, targeting establishments with, which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the gold court. The brass blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer. The hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does, and I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion, Enkidu. Oh no. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her. So to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Oh no. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most like to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Fanaland. It is there we shall begin our search. Oh no. 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 Come on. Oh dear. If a Doblin became a zombie, Would that make it a Zomblin or a Zombie? Oh no, I'm not. Please don't. The Dublin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did this is still around. This goldsmith is not to be trifled with. The basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. Well, that looks like the flying thing. His handiwork is unmistakable. The corpse is still quite warm. The Dublin, the basilisk, this Ahriman, all were slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. That chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he was watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance. Oh dear. I can't even bring myself to read that. You can read it on your own. I cannot avert mine eyes. That is the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quandary, he must not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Manderville. Okay. You have learned the emote Manderville dance. Okay, Just making that available. What manner of man can be summoned only through a dance? God damn it, that... Yeah, there we go. Are you really going to do the Manderville? Oh, I can't wait. Manderville men. The time has come for you to do what only a Manderville can. Oh, this is we are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Oh my. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. Oh, but now I don't want to. Oh no. He comes. Ho ho ho, you have naught to fear from me, not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who... Oh dear. Woo! Okay. By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? Oh! What? Hildibrand. Hildibrand. 10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son? You are Hildy's father? So Godbert is the goldsmith. Okay. Oh my God. I'll let you read that yourself. Please, Father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. Oh! This antique vase was made, must be made whole once more for the sake of Miss Maria. Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. Oh! How fitting on this scene is taking place at night. How? Hold your applause until the end. Baragot, guide my hammer. Or Baragot, guide my hammer. Ooh. Look how it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense. I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope that you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too. Innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter. You will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, Father. I can be naught else. Mr. Godbert, sir? I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation. We cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhaps she will take a liking to this reimagining. Ugh. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skill against his. And Kidu as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now, let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence! I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. I think I might have seen the demon bird, which took my weapon. Go on without me. I shall follow anon. Mayhap Miss Maria should be the one to represent the vase. I hope she likes it. Reconstruct the vase. If every component of an object were to be replaced, could the resulting object be fundamentally considered the same? Philosophers are unsure. Godbird does not care. Ah yes, the Ship of Theseus reference. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your, chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Geralda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits and wild beasts attack, which they did, but... gaudy trash! Lord Manderville! Sir, I did not realize you had arrived. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady. It does indeed, especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Ho ho ho, I don't like it. I love it! I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection. Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter, I say. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Manderville? The man who took Eolanda Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate? It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years, of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies toward the investigation of the thieving duelists. Our first order of business will be to review all of the facts which, with consenting Inspector Briartine. Oh dear. I think she likes it. Yeah. I hope I did not speak over much earlier. My wife would describe it as a proclivity to pontificate, but I prefer to think of it as an earnest desire to establish a rapport with my fellow man. Come, we have a thief to catch. Let us seek out Inspector Briartine at once. Okay, where is he? He's outside? Come on, there he is. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Durelda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jojanpa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Durelda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They are all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Mayhap we could use some more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourselves in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha 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 ha. A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Carthus. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Pray forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Aha, what reasons indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. Alright. Three collectors. Inspector Hildibrand would have you accompany him to Carthus. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the Observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk in accordance with Inspector Briardane's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. That damnable demon bird continues to elude me, but no longer. Soon I shall claim my revenge and weapon both. Oh boy. Hail to the fellow servant of justice. I take it you're one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade? Clearly you have mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They are with us, more small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But sir, oh, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you after administering the requisite beating. Haha. Good, you're still here. Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival. Full eager to catch the thief, as are we. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. What? Oh, what is it? You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. That's west. Let's go to the east. Hi. Hello. What is it? Any halberd wielding members shall answer to me. You see that now? No. I don't think my eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's no way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over there, look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. Aha, I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nasha, we have lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. Okay. There is naught out of the ordinary here either. No luck, We have scoured every elm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12, is that the self-same spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, one can't ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Oh no. Come now, how hard can it be to find a large man dressed in red in Kurthos? It's cold out here. Whose core? Take your post, my good man, and entrust your safety to me. Inspector Hildibrand is ready for battle. Oh dear. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? I think he went into the igloo. 'Twas not the selfsame creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Do not stare at the screen. Doing that, you will go blind or get vertigo. Or both. Greg, I have been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade. It's right there! 'Twas one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearn to reclaim it. The strongest of spears. It's literally right there. Like, I mean... Oh no. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. And now you call me Shirley? No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me. No. This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are at an impasse. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we have caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. Oh my god. and now he sees it. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I have done naught wrong? Bah! You are beyond reason. Ah, yes, my plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. My plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Okay. Which way did he go? Lest you find my advice unsporting, I remind you that our duty supersedes any misbegotten notions of honor you may possess. His name isn't really Greg, is it? No, it's Gilgamesh. Oh dear. Buried in this ground again. Nashu? Miss Ellie? Ah, my good man, it is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtlessly deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction? At the last I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best me, and you may have this spear. Fail, and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. Aye, I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh is it is embiggening time. Okay. No. Ah, that on the big bridge. And now we wait.
on, Enkidu! It's true! Your favorite! I admit it. Fighting all in is just too much for me. Not? Ha! I lied! Empathy! Why, I've been hurt! This is far from the strongest of spears. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I, just remembered something. I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we've gained an understanding. An understanding that I will pound you silly! Ha-ha! Rocket punch! Rocket punch! I won't go down so easily. Well then. That's enough of a beating for now.
Okay, that was, rather odd. But fun. Why, Greg? Why? Are you dead again, Inspector? No, he's not dead. How many swords did he drop while... Wait, doesn't that one there look just like, Elizar's sword? But even to my untrained eye, this is obviously a counterfeit blade. And so is the one, so is this one, and this one. What in the world? Alone, yet still armed. In any case, he seemed satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. Okay, so off to Horizon. Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. 'Twill make a fine addition to my collection. Oh no, they have a rivalry flag. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Briardine. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Hmm? Huh? Hmm? Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where's my treaty blade? What? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it, like in your funny brains? It must be so boring. Oh no. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Ouch. Oh, come on, it's just a card. I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Briardine. Piss off. 400 years I have slept. 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Very high and I am Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon! Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's just... Oh no. How dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen. And you, Maria. Huh? Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro, a pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. You are indeed a Manderville man. Mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the... Oh my goodness. And so ends the tale of the three collectors. And it's been nearly 3 hours, so... Oh. Hey, what's that with the what's with the goggles those men are wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time. Oh, and they even go... Oh, okay. Anyway, it's nearly 3 hours, and clearly this is gonna go on for a little bit, so I think I will take a break here and end this stream, and we can continue with Hildibrand another time. If at any point you liked what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, please click the link to give me a follow on Twitch. And see you anon, friends.